everyone, and welcome to NPD's U.S. Jeans Report demo. For those of you that don't know us, the NPD Group is a global company that combines data, industry expertise, and prescriptive analytics to help you understand the retail market so you can grow your business. We track over 20 different industries, including apparel. And within apparel, we track jeans in the US, Canada, and China. I'm Kristen Classy-Zumo, and I'm the Director of Market Insights for Fashion and Apparel. And with me today is Michelle Chris, the Executive Director for Business Development. Michelle is in contact with manufacturers throughout the industry, educating them on our data and the services we can provide. She works with brands and suppliers to understand their growth goals and business obstacles. Now, over the past year, Michelle has been working extensively with Andrew and his team to see how NPD can help address the issues of the denim industry. And during the Kingpin show this past November, Michelle and I had the opportunity to walk the show and meet with many of you. And that's when we started to hone in on the critical business questions that NPD can help answer. Now, from these conversations, we created a report for the industry by the industry, addressing your most pressing concerns through NPD's valued data.
Thanks for the introduction, Kristen. It truly has been my pleasure to work so closely with Andrew and the suppliers during this time. We heard the challenges of the industry loud and clear. And this was before pre-COVID. And now in today's environment, that demand is even greater. The need to be able to gain insights and answers in these uncertain times, so to shed light where there is little visibility.
So Michelle, what were some of these critical business questions you heard from the industry that this report can help answer?
Well, let's go to the report. And we hit on about 5 or so key questions with answers that offer business-changing strategies. I'll summarize those questions now, and then I'll take you through the data so you can see it for yourself. First, how many pairs of jeans were sold in the US this past year? This is the most fundamental and basic question. This report helps you understand consumer demand by measuring units sold to compare back to fabric yardage, number of components, and ingredient tonnage that you supply to the end product. And by measuring the market, you can also benchmark your performance. Next question, who are the top retailers and how are they performing? Well, this identifies where the consumer is spending money so that you can discover white space opportunities. Next question, what brands are the consumers buying? Well, we are actually capturing this information from POS sales data, which is directly sourced from over 70 plus of our retail partners, which include both brick and mortar and online sales. From this, you can see how much volume is sold brand by brand to measure market standing and where to invest your time. Next question, what are the top selling styles and features and attributes driving growth in the market? Well, we can answer this too. And there are so many applications of this, but the biggest guidance is to inform and enhance product development. And then last but not least, what are the average prices paid among retailers, brands, and styles? So throughout this report, we provide the corresponding average selling price. As you know, understanding pricing helps your conversations with your partners to manage margin implications from moderate to premium denim jeans.
So Michelle, by listening to these questions, it appears that this report has a macro view of the denim industry, but then can also funnel down to micro denim trends. Can you walk us through this?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to. But first, a little housekeeping. The data that we are sharing with you for this demo is sample data. The report is available with the most current data of record, which as of today is through May 2020. So this is an interactive tool that is fully visualized with the end user in mind, that's you, so that you can quickly see what's happening and formulate your perspectives and enhance your market intelligence. The first view, as titled Retail Landscape, covers the fundamental size of the market and how retailers are performing among those benchmarks. So let me set this page up for you. What you see here on the top left is the built-in function to toggle between unit volume and average selling price. Under this, we can drill down to look at both men's and women's as individual markets, as they do perform differently. These two features are in each section of the report. So to the right and below, you see the data, the result of our report selections. And what you see here is the number of projected units sold in the US based on our consumer reported data. So in total, over 580 million units were sold, and that's up 7% versus the year prior. And you can also see it with the breakout of men's and women's.
So based off of this, companies can understand how their performance stacks up against the total market and then start to adjust their business accordingly. Is that correct?
Yes, that is definitely one step to take, but there are so many complexities in the market for where there is growth and declines. So that's where the journey actually begins, to help you grow as fast as that number and where you can lean into or pivot away to mitigate risk.
So, Michelle, as important as this is, we know one number doesn't define the marketplace, right? So can we drill even deeper than this?
Yes. We see below channel and retailer data, which helps suppliers formulate internal strategies and sets the narrative with their customers before they walk into meetings. And let's not forget, also helps to find new companies to work with. On the left, you see the channel performance across all US channels of distribution. And from here, we can see how important specialty and mass are, but also that consumers are driving sales at off-price and online. From there, we show a deeper view into the data, showcasing size of volume and performance of individual retailers. And you can see here just how important Walmart is to the market. And when you think about the overall US landscape, the majority of jeans sold are at an affordable price. And in today's environment, we can quickly see where the consumer's demand shifts as stores close and who will gain that market share.
So, Michelle, earlier you said that pricing was one of the most important questions asked during your meetings. Can you talk about how you quantify the market across different segments from, let's say, value price brands to premium brands?
Yes, and that is one of my favorite views. But we can't start talking about pricing changes until we talk about private labels' impact on the market, which in turn helps the supplier determine the shift of their pie from retail direct or brand partnerships. So here we see the size of private label and its growth. And down below, we can quantify with precision the volume of units sold in each price band. And this is our POS tracking data coming directly from our retail partners. So if you are targeting the premium market, you can now quantify your fair share, benchmark your performance, and tweak your growth projections based on the trend we showcase here. Additionally, you may consider moving up or down price bands given the movement of the market.
So understanding price bands is important. And what I always found interesting when looking at the data is the difference between what men and women spend on jeans, especially when it comes to shopping for brands versus private label.
Yes, I like that one too. And we can see that we can see from here that women's jeans lean more towards private label than men's. We also see that men spend more on average, but women do buy more pairs of premium denim than men. When I talk with folks about how men spend more per pair of jeans than women, I am often contested, but I challenge that belief immediately once I share the data. So one important side note, the power of data helps bring your audience along.
So we can see here what's happening with private label versus national brands at a holistic view. Can we drill down to look at which national brands are actually driving the business?
Yes. Let's go to the next tab on brand performance. So what you see here, it's a lot of data, but it's designed to help you take a deep look into your current customers and identify new customers. You can see we have brands noted from 1 to 25. This is sorted on unit volume of jeans sold in the US among our POS retail suppliers. Reading left to right, for each brand, we measure unit share last year to this year, number of units sold last year to this year, and the average selling price paid. So for instance, you can see that Lucky Brand sold 1.6 million units at an ASP of $42.39. So this is good news for Lucky suppliers and allows you to benchmark your own performance and penetration within the brand. And if you are not currently working with Lucky, you may want to get on board. Now, seeing the ASP brand by brand also puts another tool in your toolbox for negotiating on pricing and what your partners can allocate. And this is really what gets folks dancing in their seats. And on the left side of the page, we emphasize the movement of those brands so that you can quickly pick out those jumping ahead and those declining. Just like the retailer page, you can begin to formulate your client and prospect segmentation and prioritize your efforts, where to invest your time and place your bets with the brands that will emerge from the recovery or those that may need some extra attention. So Kristen, we spent a lot of time with the denim community on this page with lots of enthusiastic commentary, such as, this is just the tool I need to help negotiate pricing. And I wish I had this intel last week before I agreed to take prices down. And another comment, I just found my next opportunity to make the investment of this report a drop in the bucket. Quickly followed by, did you just hear me say that?
So Michelle, this is some really powerful stuff. When I look at this, I don't just see a report, but I see confidence. And I could really understand how a supplier can use this data to help build their own internal strategies.
That's right, Kristen, but there's even more. The next two tabs take you through the micro view of jeans sold in the US and the actual items consumers are buying. Product attributes quantify the styles consumers are spending money on. On this tab, again, we can pivot to men and women. So while you may not produce the end product, it's helpful to know movement and penetration of features and attributes to help you develop the right technologies. So for instance, skinny jeans require tighter fits with more flex and possible shaping capabilities, as well as softer touch to the skin, whereas relaxed fit may require less elements.
So this is a very interesting view. And I know we always talk to clients about what's trending from an attribute level. And here we can really get down to specific fits and features. But there's something I really wanted to mention. You know, Michelle, you always talk about how companies can actually save money by using our data. So can you tell us more about that?
Yes, of course. There's many ways. But one of my favorite client ROI remarks that I've heard and often is the data saves on travel and expense because of all the research you can do without stepping into a store and flying all over. So we can't substitute store tours, but there is a lot you can learn before walking into the store and being able to research online. And since visiting stores today is even more challenging, this data at your fingertips proves to be even more valuable. So Kristen, let's move over to our last tab for the top selling styles as an example of this. We have this top 50 selling styles report where you can see top volume items in the market among our POS retail partners. You can see how many units are sold by any one style and easily find that style online. So watch this.
Wow. So here you can see the performance of the top 50 items. Click on that actual item and it'll take you to the item's website.
Yes, I love this. From here, you can learn more about the product, read consumer reviews, and share the pictures across your organization from coast to coast and continent to continent without leaving your house or your office. Now that saves time and money, but more importantly, the ability to see more styles, the ones that are really winning or those that are not. And by analyzing and researching these styles, you can enhance your development. And at one of my meetings, the supplier said, you can see what's working, what's not, and take action to enhance the product. And that's true.
So Michelle, I know you had a great experience working with Andrew and the Kingpins team to bring this report to the industry. Is there anything else we need to know?
Yes, it's available now for the most current view or view pre-COVID, as well as leading into back to school and holiday. And of course, we are NPD, so we have billions of combinations of data. In fact, what I showed you here is available in most of our apparel categories. As well, we have much more data on jeans through our subscription services, which is actually updated monthly. So if there's something you don't see here, a brand, a retailer, it's likely in our data.
So Michelle, how does the community get started?
That's easy. Call me, text me, send me an email to set up time. I would love to talk to you more about this.
So this has been very informative. Thank you so much, Michelle. And thank you for joining us today. We're all looking forward to connecting with you. And as always, we hope you find your perfect fit in the marketplace. Take care.
Thank you.